It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Eagles and the Cowboys, coming up next.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, Dak Prescott of the Cowboys.
And both of them have terrific ability to improvise. And that means when the first read's not there, how quickly can you go through your progressions? Can you hang in there and take a shot as you release it? Can you buy time outside of the pocket? Can you pull it down and run if need be? I think we'll see all of those traits on display in this one.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This is Tony Pollard. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start. Threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboy season.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A give to Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up?
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in 4-yard out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Well, here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his second season now out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Cowboys have recovered.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 50 yards! And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined Gallup there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Airing it out deep for Smith. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
59 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arms got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that one makes it 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Now Pollard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Play action now. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions, they're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one.
Prescott now from the 50. Forced out to his left. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott showing off the speed and elusiveness on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader.
And this is dropped.
it. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Third down here. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We were treated to a fine first half from Dak Prescott. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first two quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams making their final preparations for this second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And Sanders there with a first down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. Second down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
At his top speed, according to next-gen stats, well, really, it's ridiculous, impossible, whatever you want to call it, 22.6 miles per hour. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Pollard. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Nifty footwork, breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. How did he stay on his feet? And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad, Stacy, was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, he got the best of both worlds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. The give is to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
This is Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But a
touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play?
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Come on, bring it, baby.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Sanders has the first down and much more. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Hey, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Gotta figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a throw here, hauled in. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third and short.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Smith here, and he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Flushed out right and out of bounds right around the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll set up to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some room to work. Oh, Zeke with a quick feet. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Wow, 204 yards for him on the ground as this has been a night to remember to this point. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 20.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Elliott. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Hey, at least they were running the ball on the final play instead of trying to throw it to rub it in, but they still got in the end zone. I kind of blame that, though, defensively. They were just kind of not even willing to stop them.
Yeah, they had an opportunity, but I think they looked at the scoreboard and said it doesn't matter either way, and that probably affected them on that play, and they ended up giving up one more score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.